Good day, welcome to episode 8 of my tutorial playthrough. Today we're going to get the other half of the mall done. We left off with this facility which produces pretty much everything our hearts can desire, and if it's not producing it yet, we have this place here to expand it. So the second half of the mall will live past these cliffs there. I was doing some thinking, and one thing I really like to do in Factorio in general is to build my things a little bit more spacious. So it's always pretty cool if you're having some room left, if you notice that you forgot something, or there's some unexpected complication, or whatever might be the case. More often than not, there's something which changes the plans you have on your mind somehow or somewhat. So it's ultimately better to always leave up some space. And with the logistics department here, we're going to need a bigger tier of what's it called? There's another tier after the red belts for sure. So we have to leave some place open for more logistic items later on, and of course there are some other logistics items which we don't see yet, so that's why I want to do it like that. There are some stones in my way. I want to get them out of my way, and with those left off stones I'm going to produce some landfill in my inventory. First off, the stone gets away, and the other thing is just I'm getting some landfill here. We can use that. So I'll grab the other materials that are not there yet. And there goes steel. And there go wool. And down there go the green circuits. So let's just stand on the belt. You can lay down belt quicker if you do so. And we're going to build ourselves one more radar panel, because I just realized that I don't have them. And for the green circuits, I just realized I want to do something a little bit else. I was talking about leaving some space, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I haven't decided yet fully if I want to go for a second steel belt, but somehow I think I want to. And if we look at this, the copper will be running like this, and the iron will be running like that. And we have here now some room open to do some more steel. Compared to the situation beforehand, trying to make it a little bit more clear if it's still confusing, if we do it like that. So if you see, the virtual line would have been like that. So, oh, the biters are attacking, you see. Turrets come in handy already. And if you look at that, there would have been no place for expansion for the steel whatsoever. I could have expanded the green circuits there, because this would have been green circuits. But yeah. These little things matter a lot to me, because it's not much work to let these belts run a little bit differently now, but it gets an awful amount of work when you're delaying that too much. So one more thing here, though. This is nothing for a longer part of the game, but I really want to do that now. So something like that. Will that work? So let's do it like that. This is clearly only a temporary measure, but I just realized that my turrets are very, very low on ammo. So I'm producing here some yellow clips, and here some red clips. And I'm going to connect that in a second after I've picked up some power poles. We're not needing these small ones anymore. Let's pick up the medium ones and the large ones as well. and handcraft a few more small ones, because in the end you always need some more small ones. But we're now able to, give me a sec there, drop a few more power poles into the quick bar, and now I'm going to oh, didn't leave enough place for the big ones, so yeah, well, we're going to let the large power poles run across the base like that then, but beginning from here. So there we go. The big specialty about the large power poles is not that they're providing such a large radius. If you compare that, the small electric pole even has a bigger supply area. Their big strength is the wire reach of 30, which is compared to the other ones, 7.5, 9, quite insane. So we're picking up the medium power pole, which covers up much more area than the small ones before. And let's drop a small one. Now we're going to drop a medium one here to cover up everything we need. Let's do that a little bit differently here. And just like that. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that the yellow inserter won't be enough. Let's check that out. So basic inserters, we would be needing 2.4. So instead we're taking the blue inserters, and for the output a basic one is enough. And let's go for that. So we're safe to use basic inserters here, obviously. And just like that, I have a little factory going on for armor-piercing rounds. There's really not much to it, but I really want to ammo up my other turrets back there. And it'll leave me no calm minute if I don't do that now. So, after all this has been done, it's time to build the other mall area. So, since I already know how everything will branch off, I'll just use splitters again. So in this scenario, we're going to splitter off the copper here. For now, I'm going to use some underground belts. We're, of course, not going to need them any longer there. The iron split off is something which won't be staying like that, because there will be belts in the way one day. But we're going to reorganize these things when it's time for that. For now, I'm just going to maintain something like I did it with the other half of the mall as well. Some input lanes for the crafting materials. One lane for everything with a free space in between. Simple reason behind that is it's easier to split off things when there's room between. Alright, so this is, well, basically this is a split off line. And there we go. Just some future logistics. And we're going to do that, because this is also basically a split off line. Of course, there will be the need to adjust these buggers a little bit across the run, but we're having now the four big things again: steel, copper, iron, and green circuits. These are the base materials of many things in this game. So we're going to fetch us some yellow belts if I find them. There's the yellow quarter. Okay. Now then, that's one thing I need. We're definitely going to need the same amount of inserters, if not more. And, well, with underground belts... Oh, the splitters. The splitters don't look good, don't you think? 7 splitters left. That's certainly not enough. So let's restack that stash. And off we go. I have enough assemblers in my pocket. Possibly gonna need some more. Okay, so this part of the mall will be completely dedicated for my production needs. So we're going to see what we're going to need. The production tab is exactly the place where things are going to happen. Repair packs, I don't know. For me, repair packs are something I order more into the section of logistics. So we're going to build boilers and steam engines, I guess. But with these things, we're going to need another pipe. So, going to pause this for a moment, because if too many people in this room are talking, I'm not going to be understood anymore. So, I'm producing stone furnaces over here already. And basically, this is exactly what I'll need for my mall as well. But, as you see, I don't have any other patch of stone available, so I'm going to delay the stone furnace production here for a second, but, well... Because stone furnaces are only necessary for boilers and burner mining drills for now, and these are both things I'm not going to use anytime too soon again. Whoops, that was not on my mind, but whatever. We're definitely going to need some pump later on again. No, I wanted to drop down another radar panel because I feel like we really can use some more radar coverage here. And apart from that, let's check it out. Okay, our power is still fine. And the radar panels have, if you look at that, I never explained that. They scan nearby sectors and actively reveal an area around it. And there's a scanning progress there in that. And every time the scanning progress bar gets filled, the radar panel uncovers one of these black blocks and opens them for your vision. But anyway, that's just something I noticed that I wanted to talk about that. Then it leaves me up with electric mining drills and assembling machines to begin with. And these are quite simply produced. For the electric mining drills, we're going to need iron plates, iron gear wheels, and electronic circuits. That's a pretty simple design. Let's stick with that. I'm going to continue these buggers here. And we're going to splitter off our first amount of materials like here. So I'm going to use the underground belting a lot to free up space to do things like these. So we're going to make something like that to let the copper plates flow to. And of course we're going to need a last one for the green circuits as well. So here we go. With these materials, I should be able to produce most of the things. So let's begin with the assembling machines, because I always feel like they are the most important machines to begin with. So with this scenario, I'll need the iron plates and the gear wheels at the same time. So, well, I just noticed that I'm not so happy here at all. We're going to do it like that. So I can let that run along here right away. So step one is this assembling machine to produce me some iron gear wheels. And this other guy is producing the assembling machines. There we go. So we know already that this is a quite simple construction. So let's bring the medium electric poles over here. And like I mentioned the other day with malls, you don't have to aim for the perfect balance or the perfect efficiency. These machines need extreme amounts of materials if you let them. You're going to be sad that you allowed these things to be fully producing if you let them, if you understand my idea. So basically what I'm trying to say is we're not going to try to make these machines produce at their fullest capacity, because you would be killing yourself if we would try that. So I want the assembling machine 2, of course, there as well. Oops. Because the recipe is tempting for sure. We need iron gear wheels, electronic circuits, and assembling machine 1, and steel plates up on that. So it's going to be another quite simple solution for me. I'm going to make the same thing here. There's going to be an iron gear wheel facility, and we're going to, whoops, pick up the belts here. And the only thing that's missing for me now is somehow access to steel. But I'm pretty sure we can manage that as well. So let's, why not splitter it off like that? Boom, done. Problem solved. And now I have 2 stacks of... I have tier 1 assemblers and tier 2 assemblers already, so that's that. Don't know, how many do I need? 3, well. Okay, so step 1 is done. Another thing that's always really important to me are electric mining drills. So, as you see, this form of production is pretty efficient, because these items all need pretty similar products. So we're going to go for another iron gear wheel facility. So there we go. I take great value in supporting my machines with a own iron gear wheel factory per production step, if you want to say so, because to me it's really important that this part of the production chain is always supplied well. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I could share iron gear wheel assemblers there, but if I keep it all on one unit, I at least have the feeling that everything is working fine. So next up will be labs. So here you see we're going to need iron gear wheels, transport belts, and green circuits. This is a pretty nasty recipe, and considering to leave it out, but I'm not going to, because I really want to show you how to build everything. So to achieve this, I feel like I want to stick with a new iron plate line. Like, this iron plate line here is busy enough with all these machines, so we're going to split this stuff off somewhere else. So let's take that, and I'll pick up the iron and let it run over here for now. I don't know if that's going to be smart. Let's just hope it is. Alright. So I'm going to need, of course, again, this. The iron gear wheels. So for transport belts, we're going to need 1 facility of iron gear wheels, and so the laboratories also need iron gear wheels. Probably. Could have left them there. I'm going to make it like this, yeah. So here goes the facility for the iron gear wheels, and give me a sec, I want to pick up some inserters, because the fast inserters are running low. And if it hasn't become clear already, with the mall area, there is basically only your own idea limiting yourself. Like, in this playthrough right now, I'm building more items than I usually build. My personal mods, for example, never built here laboratories. I don't do that because I handcraft the amount of laboratories I need, and then I'll never do something with laboratories again. It's just my approach to the problem. And give me a sec, I want to ammunition up the turrets on my smelter array. So let's grab a ride on the belts whenever you can. it really makes you faster. So we can research what? Let's research some advanced material processing. This opens up steel furnaces, which just do the job doubly quick as the machines compared to the machines we're using right now. Stone furnaces has a crafting speed of 1. The steel furnace has a crafting speed of 2. So you're getting double the amount of crafting speed there. Go. Just want to make sure that my turrets don't run out of ammo there. Still not having large quantities of ammo to stockpile to refuel them, but it's a start, you know. We're going to build ammo in larger scales later. Don't worry. But right now I'm not there yet. So here you see, my freshly ammoed up turret is keeping away those biters. Biters always try to attack the sources of pollution first. Their attacks focus primarily on pollution sources. That's how they are balanced. Okay, back to topic. We're going to produce ourselves some belts over here, and I'm going to produce the labs over here. So this is going to be a quite simple production chain, but we're going to drop these guys on a belt where they get inserted over here again. So I'll need iron gear wheels and green circuits. Long-handed inserter fetches us that, and there go the laboratories. Always limit the inventory space of the chests when you're doing molds. It's a very, very important thing. Okay, we got that. Let's produce some offshore pumps as well, because I feel like they are quite useful to have. Maybe some steam engines too. Yeah, because the production chains are that similar. So I'm going to need a piping system, an iron gear wheel system, and lots of iron plates. So we're going to get the pipes over here. Where's the pipe? There's the pipe. So pipes are needed in every recipe of those. So let's check it out. We're going to need electronic circuits and pipes there, and iron gear wheels there. So let's produce some more iron gear wheels here as well. Just to make sure I have all the stuff I need. Okay. Now then, iron gear wheels and pipes. I just really consider putting these things on one belt together. But then again, there are so many materials necessary, so I don't feel like it's a good idea. What I'm going to do instead is something quite similar. So we're going to make it like that. This is going to be the offshore pump production, where I'm going to lead out the pipe production into this direction. This guy is getting his electronic circuits from there, and that's this from here. And all that's left is the pipes. And that's that. Usually you'll never be needing these pumps in those quantities, but there we go. Okay, so these pipes we're producing here can be used for other things too. So I'm going to drop the overspill of the iron gear wheels here on another belt. So we're going to have a third factory now, which will produce these guys. Okay. So I'll need a underground belt, as you can see. And there we go. So I've decided to let that run like this. And let's take that. And another output towards this direction will get everything done here. Alright, so again, only one stack because it's really annoying to do more of that. So you see, I could do the steel furnaces here as well. I have the laboratories, which get not really produced here. So, oh, I forgot to connect this to the iron plates. Silly me. Okay, so we have those. We have pretty much everything which is interesting out of this rider. So I could do the repair packs here, you know, while we're at it. So come on, let's not be a jerk. Because repair packs are, as a matter of fact, pretty cool to have. So I'm going to do a little transport bridge over here. So they're helping a brother in need. And ultimately, we're going to output these here. Alright, there we go. So from my perspective right now, I'm producing all the production items I have available right now. Those are not many, but well, it'll do for now. The only thing I'm not producing right now are things which need stone furnaces because I don't have a proper income of stone. On the next episode, we're going to produce a military, build up a military factory next. And that's going to be keeping us busy for a longer time as well, as you might assume. So, this is only the basics of a mall. Like, later on, we're going to have a lot more production buildings available, and that's why I left so much space here in between. So the logistics part can expand into this direction, the production part can expand into this direction. I haven't fully decided where my military tech will live, but we're going to get there during the next episode as well. So feel free to drop me a comment down below if there are any questions towards this topic, or if there are any topics that you want to have a tutorial episode specially made about. I'm open for that. Until then, I hope you liked the video. Express that by liking it, sharing it with your friends, or even subscribing to my channel if you want to make me really happy. Apart from that, I hope you come back for the next episode when we're going to produce military and probably science, because we're pretty quick here. So, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.